This could not possibly end well.
Well, how's everybody doing today? This is your boy, Toxic Avenger, coming at you with another video of a rant, of opinions, of whatever else comes out of my effing mouth and into your ears to enjoy with my beautiful, beautiful voice. Hi! Well, I'm going to start off by giving you the intro, what it is I'm going to talk about. Yes, the title is called Games Are Games, and the reason why I say that is because I'm going to be talking about the saltiness that has been going back and forth from one person to another when it comes to the whole Sony versus Xbox versus Nintendo versus PC versus Steam thing. And before I do continue on with this, if you do find what I just said quite interesting and you want to actually go through the entire video, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and if you really do like what I have to say, please share it. Share it within the, Twitter, Facebook, wherever. It doesn't matter. The more the merrier for me. It actually helps out my channel if you would, and I would appreciate that greatly. Maybe someday if I get large enough, I'll start making, contests and giveaways and stuff like that. But until then, all I have to offer is my opinion. So, here we go. J-Dubs. I'll start with him. And I'm pretty sure, if you don't know who he is, well, there's the clip right there. He's a personality of sorts that is pretty obviously a PlayStation fanatic. And he's been talking a lot of crap about people on Xbox. I get it. Spider-Man, the video game that's exclusive to Sony because they have the licensing to Spider-Man and everything involving Spider-Man. If anybody knows that, it's Disney. And here's the thing. Look, I get it. It's a good game. I've been waiting for a sequel. I've been waiting for a, Venom appearance. I like the idea that we finally get to see Peter Parker and Miles Morales in the same game. And I mean completely, not just like in the first part where it was Peter Parker mostly, and then, Miles just, every now and then you hear his little voice on the phone, asking, hey, you think we can train later? Or in the Miles Morales version where you see Peter Parker in the beginning and, everything else is just Miles Morales, and you hear Peter Parker on the phone talking to him. It's like, hey, Miles, what's up? Now we actually get to see them on the same game and fighting Venom. But, look, here's the thing. Yes, PlayStation made a PS5 variant of a console that has the Spider-Man's design on the thing, but it's just paint, man. There's nothing great about it. I mean, Xbox also has exclusive consoles that came out. It doesn't really mean anything. If you want to buy it and you have the money, go for it, but you don't have to be talking shit to people just because. I sincerely doubt, J-Dubs, that people are going to be selling their Xboxes or their Nintendo Switches just for the one game. Just for the one game. I mean, if you're saying this because you're salty about the whole thing when it comes to Microsoft and Activision and how they actually won against the FTC and the CMA, dude, there's still a lot of drama going on with the whole Activision Microsoft thing. We're still going to have to wait until October 18th. They pushed it back because of the divots and the investors and a whole bunch of other BS. So don't be so immature and start talking shit like that because you're so pissed off at that. They're not taking your precious Call of Duty away from you, Sony. You're still getting 10 years. And if you want to renew it, then, you'll have to renew it. Just like we all have to renew contracts. We all have to do that. But, this guy J-Dubs, I mean, and his followers, where do they get off? Talking shit about Xbox and other people who like Xbox. I mean, this isn't the Bloods and the Crips, guys. Grow the fuck up. They're just video games. Things that help us forget our day-to-day drama in real life for just a little while until we actually have to go back to reality. You guys aren't helping in any way, or you're not helping the case of why we play video games in the first place. You guys are adding fuel to the fire when it comes to that stuff. And I guarantee you that if this doesn't stop, If people don't grow the fuck up and play video games because they just like it, I'm pretty sure it's gonna end up being something more serious than just people talking shit to each other about what preference of video game consoles, they're playing on. And I know that a lot of you are probably going like, "Oh, dude, toxic. Come on. I don't think people would do that." Like, yeah, no, they will. They will. My generation, we played Atari and Nintendo, and our parents used to make fun of us because they'd be like, "Oh, you kids and your video games," and that's what we had. When we weren't going outside and hanging out with friends, we'd be inside on a weekend playing video games while drinking our Kool-Aid or orange soda and our Doritos or whatever it is you actually decided to eat and munch on while you played Nintendo or Atari or any of those video games back in those days. Back then for us, it was just for fun. We never really said and centered our whole lives and existence around that stuff. Now everybody seems to think that console represents personality. Are all of you really that emotionally empty that you would pit each other against each other based on the console preferences that you like? If you're an Xbox player or a PlayStation player or a Nintendo Switch player or a PC player or a Steam player, that it defines you as a person. I see assholes like J-Dubs on all sides of the platform. There's assholes on Xbox, just like there's assholes on PlayStation, just like there's assholes on Nintendo and PC and Steam. There's gonna be assholes everywhere, and I gotta tell you this: people that do what they do, they're pathetic losers. And never, ever call yourself a gamer, because you're not a gamer. You know what makes you a gamer? Just playing games. That's it. Doesn't matter what platform it's on. A gamer is a gamer regardless of what platform. I'm not an Xbox fan. I'm not a PlayStation fan. I'm not a Nintendo Switch fan or a PC or Steam. As a matter of fact, I don't even know what those last two are because I don't play PC or Steam. I got almost all the consoles that you could possibly think of. Why? Because I have no preference. I have no preference. And there's probably going to be a joke about that at some point. Maybe one of you might do it. I don't mind, as long as I'm actually the butt of the joke and it goes around and I'm actually, Well, anyways, I like them all. I like all these video games. I don't care if it's Mario or Master Chief or Kratos. I don't care. Games are just games. And this generation, these millennials, God, you're all a bunch of retards, man. You're trying to make something big out of... you're trying to make an ocean out of a glass of water. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Okay? And I know that if this comes across his attention, he's probably going to be talking shit. Like every fucking millennial would. That they know that they're actually being pegged. That they know that they're actually being told the truth. But they're not going to want to just stay silent and say, you know what, dude, you're right. Maybe I should just change my ways and be a better person. No, they're going to talk shit. They're going to talk shit. They're probably going to be like, at least I get following. And you don't even have following. I make thousands of dollars and you probably don't even have a penny to your name. I don't give a fuck what you have, how many you have, who follows you, who doesn't follow you, how much money you have, what you bought with that money. You as a person, you're the poorest thing on the planet. You make third world countries look richer compared to you as a person and anybody else who sounds and thinks like you. Okay? Also, all I have to say about that is that, guys, just play games. That's it. That's all you have to do. Nobody's expecting you to do anything out of the ordinary. Don't do what South Park itself told us not to do. Don't play the console war game because you're nothing but foot soldiers in someone else's agenda. You're fighting a war where there's no winners. Because that's really what it is. You're fighting a war that has no winners. Whose war are you fighting? Microsoft? Sony? Nintendo's? Why are you fighting their wars? That's what it is. But, you know, I don't know. Just because a console has a new paint job and it has an exclusive game that you'll never see anywhere else because that particular company holds the licensing to that character, that doesn't make it any better. It doesn't. You know? Makes it unfair. But then again, who doesn't do it? I mean, if it's an exclusive to the console itself, cool. But if it's a game that is shared amongst consoles, that's BS. You want an example? I'll give you an example. I will never demand Sony make Spider-Man a thing for all consoles. On the contrary, good for them. They have the rights and the licensing to Spider-Man. I hope they do a lot of good, great games with them. Like Xbox has Master Chief, where they kind of already screwed up with Infinite. But anyways, you know, or like Nintendo has Mario. We will never see them go out of their comfort zone because those are the flagships of that exclusive of console. But when it comes to games like Call of Duty, for example, that's where I'm going to have a problem. And I see that on all ends of the argument. You want an example? Sony has already practically said, F everybody and F whatever. We're making an exclusive operator and his name is Oni, which is short for Sony. And it's going to be an exclusive only to PlayStation. Not Jim Ryan. Phil Spencer could have said Xbox is going to have an exclusive operator for Call of Duty also. And since we're doing the whole the crossover stuff like we did with the boys operators, they should probably bring Master Chief as an operator in Call of Duty. That would be friggin' awesome. You know what I mean? That would be friggin' awesome. And like Nintendo pretty soon will also be part of the whole Call of Duty thing. Maybe they can bring in Samus as an operator too. That would be freaking cool, wouldn't it? That would be awesome. But unfortunately, Phil Spencer's a jackass and he thinks himself some sort of saint and he's above all that exclusive stuff where he literally just spoke for himself rather than his subscribers. Oh, we're not going to do exclusives. It's like he's saying, we're above exclusives. No, you're not. You're not above exclusives, Phil Spencer. And that's going to come up in another video. But you know what? Just to finish, that's my opinion. And if you wanna talk shit, and I'm not gonna talk shit because I'm an Xbox or Nintendo or anything. Like I said, I have every console out there, and I have no preference because they all have their pros and cons. But you wanna talk shit? Let's talk shit. You're excited about Spider-Man 2, yet they can't even stick to one design for Peter Parker. What does that say? Boom. There you go. Mic drop. Fudge you. Haha. LOL. Well, anyways, so sorry about that. I just had to say it because, I mean, come on. If you didn't notice it, you're living in denial. But that was my opinion. That was my rant. Let me know what you think. Do you think that it should matter what console you play on? Should it really define you as a person if you're Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, PC, or Steam? I mean, if you do, then you're a loser, in my opinion. But to me, I just like video games. I don't care. I love video games, and I don't give a shit about people outside telling me and dictating to me what I should and shouldn't play on. That was my opinion. This was Toxic Avenger. Peace out.
Hey, Uncle Ben. Miss you. Doing my best to make you proud.